There's this image I keep coming back to of me at 80 years old in front of a TV, having spent most of my life watching other people do the things that I told myself I would get to do one day, like make something, express myself, live the creative life that I always said was coming. And I've used that image to motivate myself countless times, but it only works for like a day. And then the fear goes away and back in the same place, not creating, feeling unfulfilled, still addicted to media. And I want to talk about why that fear keeps failing as a motivator and what I finally replaced it with. So, for a long time, I thought the problem was that I wasn't serious enough or committed enough or even scared enough of that image. But the fear itself is what is part of what was keeping me stuck. Once you understand why the fear keeps failing to motivate you, then what you actually need to do about it becomes a lot clearer. Because the image of yourself in 80 in front of a TV isn't just about wasted time. It's about something you always wanted to express or create that never got a real chance. And the way most people try to fight that, including myself for the longest time, actually makes it harder to fight. Most of us use that fear of ending up like that, like our parents or some other version of that image, as the thing that's supposed to get us moving. And it makes sense that we use that because that image is very vivid and it feels very real and visceral. So it feels like it should work, but it only works at the level of intention. It gets you to decide to change, but not to actually change. And for anyone who's been wanting to make something, music, film, painting, whatever your creative outlet is, the moment you actually sit down to do it, the fear is already gone. It did its job the second that you felt it. But then once you sit down to do the thing, what's going to get you to the next step to actually do it, right? You're left with the intention and none of the fuel to actually follow through on that. And worse than that, every time you don't follow through, that image in your mind gets heavier. It stops pushing you forward and it starts just feeling like proof that you never will. Like, because just there's more evidence just building up. But the fear keeps failing because it's pointing at the wrong target. Trying harder with the wrong target just gets you more of the same results that you have up until now, right? And it's not just the fear that doesn't work. Most people are also trying to fight the behavior directly at the same time, tracking screen time, setting limits, deleting apps, trying again after the last streak broke. And that's just not working either, right? Those strategies feel logical because they're measurable and concrete. A certain amount of screen time a week or a certain amount of TV a week or whatever it is your media device is, but those are aimed at the behavior and not the underlying reason the behavior is there in the first place. The screen time may go down, but the feeling is still there unresolved. So that's also the reason why a good week can still feel very unfulfilling because nothing actually shifted. You're not watching too much because you don't have self-control. You're watching because something you actually want to be doing isn't getting done, and the screen just fills that space. The screen was always the symptom. Something else is the real problem. And until you address that something else, whatever that is, then the screen will just keep winning time after time. And if this is resonating with you, by the way, and you want to work through what that something else is, not just understand it, I'm building a community around exactly that called Reclaim Your Vision. The link is in the description. You could check it out. So if fear doesn't work and attacking the behavior doesn't work, then what actually does? It starts with measuring the right thing. Most people are waiting to get to a point in their life where their media addiction or dependency isn't there anymore, just doesn't exist, because life feels so creative and so full that the screen just stops pulling. And that can happen, but it takes a long time. And in the meantime, measuring yourself against it means you're failing every single day until you get there. So there's something simpler and available right now, no matter how bad your week was with your media addiction or dependency or bad your day was. I want you to imagine two different images in your mind for a second. Okay, the first one is an 80-year-old at the gym who's chiseled, right? Just prances into the gym day in, day out. David Goggins, let's go. Never missed a day in his life. The second guy is an 80-year-old at the gym who drags himself to the gym every single day. And it's like clear that he's 80 years old and he drags himself every single day. He's not winning any competitions, probably never has, but he's there doing what he can, never quit on himself. What actually inspires you more, right? The perfect one or the one who just kept coming back despite everything? The second one isn't the one who achieves the most. He's the one who never quit on himself. And what I'm getting at here is the only thing that's worth measuring ever is whether you come back. Whether after the last bad week you showed up again. That one shift rewrites what a bad week actually means, or a bad day, whatever it is. When the measure is abstinence or screen time or whatever, a bad week is a failure. But failure just brings shame, and then shame makes it harder for you to actually do what you want to do the next time, right? When the measure is whether you came back, the bad week is just a bad week. A bad day is just a bad day. You're not measuring that. What you're measuring is, did I come back from that? Did I bounce back? Did I show up again? That question you can answer today, right now. It doesn't matter what yesterday looked like, right? Every day that you come back, you're building a record of someone who doesn't quit on themselves. And that record is something that the fear-based approach can never give you. Every time you come back after falling off, you're adding to the only record that actually matters. That shift, measuring comebacks instead of streaks, only really works if you understand what you're coming back to. Because most people that want to make something and just end up on the couch is not because they're lazy. Like, there's a specific reason it keeps happening, and it has nothing to do with discipline. I made a whole video about that, what that reason actually is. If you want to watch it, it's somewhere over here.